Hey gamers, today it's time to make like a monk and review Biblios. Let's check it out. Setup for the game is really easy. All you're going to do is take these 5 die, put them in their color, and set them at the number 3. Then you're going to take the deck of cards here, shuffle the deck, and pick a first player. Now that first player is going to choose as many cards as there are players in the game plus 1. And what they're going to do, they're going to pick these cards one at a time, and they're going to make a decision if they keep it, leave it out for the other players, or put it in the bid for the second half of the game. So, for instance, if I was to play, I'd pick the first card and look at it and see, do I want to keep that, put it in the bid pile, or leave it out for other players to get? Now, once you make your decision, you can't go back on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this out for play. I pick the next one, and it is 3 gold. Gold will come in handy when we get to the bidding phase in the second round. So I'm going to hold on to this. So now, I cannot take any more of these cards for myself. One has to go out for other players, and the last one has to go up for auction. So I pick the third card here, and I see it is a dice modifier. These cards, when chosen, have to be played immediately, and what this means, you have to subtract one of these die by 1. So I'm going to put out here for the other players, but whoever grabs it has to use it immediately and set one of these from a 3 to a 2. Now they get to pick which one they want to do. They don't have to be green, but any color they want. And there's other die in here that lets you, modify it, like make this 3 to a 4, or sometimes it has, hey, take 2 die and, add 1 to each one, or take 1 die, or take 2 die, minus 1, and plus another. So the dice modifiers have to be played immediately when you get them. All the other cards will stay in your hand for the second round. Now the last card, regardless what it is, it has to go into the auction because that's the only place I haven't chosen yet. So that one, oh wow, that's going to be a good auction there. That's a big high pointer for blue. Blue and brown are a little bit more rare than these. So anyway, the game continues like that, where the other 2 players, player 2 will pick this, player 3 will pick this, and like I said, they modify the die, and then the stack goes to the next player. And so the next player will do the same thing. They'll look at the next card, they'll decide if they want to keep it, put it up here, or put it in the auction. Now the game keeps going around like that until you work through this entire deck. Now, once you're done with the deck, you're going to take all the cards, and let's say these were all the cards that they had in the deck left over, and you're going to set them up for auction. This is the second half of the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the first card up for auction, and it is orange a 2. And how you're going to be bidding is with these coin cards that you had from the first round. So everyone's going to bid coin cards. Now, you don't get change when you bid like a 3. If the bet is 1 and you say, okay, I want to do 2. Well, you're not going to get change out of this. You may as well say 3. Whoever the highest bidder is in the coins pays the coins and grabs the card. And then the next one comes up for auction. Now, what if up for bid is money itself? Okay? Well, in this case, instead of bidding coins on it, you're just going to bid cards. And cards in your hand. Now you don't have to reveal any of the cards you are bidding. You just start the bid with 1 card, and then the next one will say 2. Maybe the third player says I drop out. Fourth player says I drop out. Next player says I bid 3, and then the last player drops out, and that person will win the coins. And what they can do with this, of course, later on is use it to bid on more. Also, coins can be used as tiebreakers in the game. If you, at the end of the game, when you add up all the scores, it would be whoever has the most money would win a tiebreaker. So that's another reason to have coin in the second round as well. Now, when at the end of the game, everyone's going to add up all their points from all their different, and as you see, you got icons and you got colors here. You're going to add up all your points for each color that you have. Now, if there's a tie, if you see on these cards, they have letters on them. And so if there's a tie, the person who has the highest letter in that suit would win. So I have a C. If no one else has a B or an A right there, then I will win in a tiebreaker for red. So let's say at the end of the game, it kind of looks like this. This has been modified to 5. This one's been down to 1. This one's a 6. and this one is a 4. All right, so player number 1, all they won was this one. They didn't win anything else. Player number 2, they won, let's say they won these 3. Player number 3 won nothing, and player number 4 just won that. So then we add up all of our scores. We have 5 points for this player, 6 points for this player, and 4, 5, 6, 7 points for that player. So this player would win. Of course, in the event of the tie, you would go to see who has the most money. And that's how you play. All right, final thoughts. What do I think about the game? Well, you know, I've heard a lot about this game. And I said, I've always wanted to play it. And look, it looks like a book there. That's just so cool. The box is so cool. But I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to play this game. Let's see if it's at BGG-Con. And when I checked the library, they didn't have it. They said they didn't have it. Well, then later on, I came to find out that they did have it, and I just didn't even know about it. I was like, no, I didn't get to play it. Well, then I found it for a really, really, really good deal online. And so I said, well, I got to try it out. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought it. And it is a fun game. As you see, very easy to learn, very quick. The gameplay goes quick too. If you like short, quick, fun games with, you know, not many rules, this could actually be a gateway game to some people. It's that simple. But is it fun? Yeah, I think it's fun. I'm glad I got a copy. I'm keeping this. It is worth my time. All right, gamers, that's all the time I have for now. Until next time, game on.